Hello, good morning. It's Monday. I'm heading up to Northallerton today where I've got 2 EICRs to do in one day. Only single circuit EICRs though, because they are for car chargers. So that's today. I will show you how it goes. It's not the most exciting work, but it is fairly typical work from it. Let's see how we get on and see what we find. Right, so property number 1, got a roller EV, got an outside consumer unit, but that's actually for the solar array. And then got the meter box here with a lamppost style armoured terminations with no earth fly lead here. I'm assuming the other end is earthed, and then obviously single insulation on the display, but she's a bit of heat shrink, so yeah, that's a see-through I think. Right, coming inside then, we've got the house consumer unit and we've got the EV charge point circuit. Unfortunately it's on a common RCD of a split late board, which although it is a type A, it's like they've changed because the other one is an AC, is not compliant. So I'm gonna have to have a look at the coding and decide what to code that one as, but it's a big no-no really. So first thing to note is that the armoured doesn't appear to be earthed on this end. There's no landing in and earth fly lead to the Met, so the armoured lining the board is potentially unsafe there. And then the second thing to note is that as this is not a high integrity board, it's not really possible to create a non-RCD way here and move the EV charger circuit onto its own RCD, so it's going to need its own subboard, I think. There's no obvious sign of an earth connection on this armoured at the other end or at this end, so I'm just going to use my tester to test and see if it's actually there, which I don't think it is. And yeah, unfortunately, if we test for continuity, we get an open line, and then if we test for voltage, you can see that between the main earth and the arm rings of the sub-main supplying the board, got 72.5 volts, so that needs an earth bond on it. So I'm just doing an IR test, insulation resistance test, to make sure that there isn't actually a short circuit between these conductors, and that when I connect that steel wire armour to earth, it doesn't blow the main fuse. And as you can see, we've got 999 mega ohms, which is satisfactory. There we go then, all safely connected up, no voltage between the two. So on to the next property. We had quite a few loose connections on this board, which was a bit concerning. We also lacked the earthing fly lead on the armour rings there, supplying the EV charger. And we also had the EV charger on a common RCD as well. So there's some remedial work to be done there. And here's me back in the office, writing up the reports and getting ready to do the remaining EICRs later in the week.